Large old homes and duplexes, small apartment buildings that have names, small businesses where they remember your name. It's the kind of place that you picture in your mind when you say the word neighborhood. Everett is a long, narrow neighborhood between 13th and 9th Streets that runs from the southern edge of downtown at G Street all the way to South Street. Elements of the rich history of the neighborhood can be seen in the architecture.
I think it's the most wonderful area. I think we're all privileged to live in this hub of the city. This is where the city started. Our first residents lived in this area. In fact, my ancestors came here and they were diligent people to work very hard and start their homes and build their homes with beautiful architectural work. And they built them so well that all of you can restore them now.
Doing business in some of the small shops can feel like going back in time.
There are many customers that come in, and the front people know their name and know exactly what they're going to order. So that's kind of a nice feeling to really get to know the customers.
Homes in Everett are unique. Houses are more affordable than in other parts of the city, but oftentimes these older homes need a little work to bring them back to their former glory.
I kind of learned as I went along, there's always lots of other people in the neighborhood that are doing things to their houses, and because since all the houses are old, there's always somebody doing something, so if you don't know how to do something, it's pretty easy to go ask others that have more expertise than you may have.
We've converted an attic into a master bedroom suite. I don't do plumbing, so we are getting that part of the work hired to do, but we're definitely excited about that. But I think probably a lot of people, if they're just willing to read some books and roll up their sleeves and do some work, really don't need a lot of training to improve the value of their home.
Color combinations, and
the unique history and character in Everett's older homes are part of what attracts homeowners to the area.
People who used to actually live in the house a long time ago, it's like the grandma who used to live here drove by with the granddaughter who used to come and visit here. Yeah, and the granddaughter walked into the house. You know, this is like after 20 years ago is the last time she visited here. And she kind of took a whiff and she said, "It still smells like the old house." And I just thought that was fascinating.
It's a nice old house. It's in good shape. It was well made. Apparently the fellow that built it was a contractor. And there are architectural and structural details to indicate that this was kind of what do I say? They spent a little extra money when they built the house.
The first homeowners in this area played a large role in developing the housing around their homes as rentals. They built houses in the same block as their residences, which they rented to other Lincolnites. Renters today find Everett particularly attractive.
Well, I love the trees, and you only find trees like this in a well-established neighborhood. Where I lived before in the south part of town, there weren't any trees that were very big. And also there are lots of flowers around here, and people really seem to care about their yards in this neighborhood.
I like living here because, for one thing, this is a neighborhood of porches, and people actually use those porches. They're out on the porches and they're visiting as you go by, and they're friendly. I have known for some time that now that my children are raised, I needed to move to a smaller accommodation. I hated to give up a yard, and I didn't want to give up my dining room. I wanted a house, but I didn't want to have to mess with the yard. I didn't want to remove the snow. And I'm so pleased I was able to find this lovely old two-story house. I like it because it has lovely high ceilings, old oak woodwork, and I've been able to bring some of my own things. For instance, the chandelier that was in my parents' home is now hanging in the hall here.
We've got 2 good-sized grocery stores a couple minutes away. And, you know, it's just very convenient. And you can walk here. You can walk in the neighborhood. You don't have to get in a car because you have to cross Highway 2 and go through neighborhoods that don't have sidewalks and stuff.
Yeah, we ride our bikes downtown all the time. Or walking.
Because you're so close, you don't have to, in nice weather, you don't have to think twice whether you want to walk, bike, or get in the car. I mean, because you can always, most always, if you choose to walk or bike.
Location and convenience are just 2 of the many facets that keep residents in the Everett neighborhood. You'll find groceries, restaurants, even childcare, all within walking distance, right in the heart of Lincoln. It's important for property owners to have a sense of commitment to the neighborhood.
I considered it an investment, and I got it at a good price, and like anybody's investment, I want to make it as good as I can. In fact, I pride myself on keeping my place up. People don't wait for repairs. I keep it up because I don't want it to run down. My one tenant has been here the total of the 15 years. The fellow upstairs has been here. He's into his 3rd year. But I'm concerned that I want a property that I can be proud of and that my tenants will be proud of. Not just some place to flop for a few months, but a place to live that's their home. It's probably the last Victorian house that was built. It says in the attic, somebody painted on a window. It said, Joe Pierce painted this August of 1905. And so I thought, Joe, you cared enough to leave your signature, so I hope when I leave it, 100 years later or more, that it'll be in just as good a shape.
Education is an important issue in every neighborhood. Everett School mirrors the diversity of the neighborhood and receives outstanding support from area residents.
Our daughter only has to walk several blocks to Everett, which was important for her not to have to go too far to school. And she loves being there. She has tons of friends. She really integrated well into the new surroundings. So we're really happy about that too.
Sure.
They're getting a very good education there, and both the kids are really quite bright, and we've had no concerns about their needs being met as far as challenging are my kids. But I just love the fact that my son's best friend, I don't know, his best friends have come from Russia, Japan. My daughter's best friends from Mexico, and just, you know, that, which is really kind of neat.
Diversity is one of our greatest strengths, because as our goal is to prepare students to be successful in the work world. And in the world they're going to enter is going to be a very diverse community. And we believe, starting at this age, what we have here is a diversity that allows them to learn about diversity, accept diversity, and celebrate it for what it is as they move out into the workforce.
Affordable housing with tree-lined streets, great schools, unique architecture, and convenient location. Just a few of the many reasons to take a closer look at the heart of Lincoln and the Everett neighborhood.